Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Gabriella. All right, guys, let's get this party started. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Goran. We're gonna go over it here in a minute. All right, let's take a quick look at overall indices and then talk about what's going on from the perspective of a day trade, swing trade, and all that good stuff. All right, crude oil, continuation of the selling pressure. They put a captain setup long here and failed it, so that became a captain setup short. That's September the 4th. And then into the 6th and the 7th, the market is holding on to uh, its channel right here. Good morning, Suarez. And hit target number 1, target number 2. Target number 3 is going to be 82.69. And as long as we continue to hold on to the integrity of this channel and holding on to Globex, which is 86.93, we should be, any rally should be shortable into lower prices. And target number 3, which is again 82.69, is an eventual target to what we're doing here. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of sell off here. And Russell 2000. So it's a stair step type of behavior. I mean, that's ultimately what we're seeing here in the market. If you're going to go back to even August the 29th, 27th, 28th, since then we've been, taking a step lower, consolidate, take a step lower, consolidate, a bigger rally here, but ultimately everything got faded into this lower prices. So that's just the general personality. Good morning, Pullman. General personality of the day. However, we're coming to an area here where the market can put on an actual reversal. So we have a channel that is, look at this thing. Let's take a look. So you got a channel down. That's channel number 2. And as long as we continue to trade under this channel and under target number 1, we are going to be getting selling pressure. But the minute we break 1796.1, then you're going to get a stability price action where the market can be in the 1800 to the 1810 range consolidating. So that is a level that is very important for the shorts to hold. And they're attempting, and you could see it in NASDAQ right now. They're attempting to hold the line at the open and bid the market up. Okay, so that's the level that we need to be conscious of. But ultimately, the overall structure of the market and the overall personality is a short personality. It's just we have to, uh, pay attention to that 96.1 level. Gold. I mean, 1717 has been a critical level, and we see the market come up to that level and fade. And structurally, this is a short market. We broke even. Let's see, that wasn't even a channel. Here you go. very weak channel, and ultimately, as long as we hold on to the 1717, we should see a potential break of the 1700. Believe it or not, I mean, this thing is really weak. Okay, so that is going to be a pivot point, 1717, for the rest of the day. Good morning, George. A reversal of that price then will set us up to our target number one, which is 1730. But that level is going to be a big pivot point for the rest of the day. ES 50 NT Rinko. We are in a channel downward. We're literally smack in the middle of Globex, and that's an area we need to be conscious of trading. And same point, if we break above 2375, the market will put on a stability price action. And if that attempt to rally in the morning in the first half an hour of the day fails to garner any price above 39.20, then we're going to get a continuation flush lower to 38.80. So that first half an hour of the day, we need to be very just let the market do its thing, read the market, figure out what they're doing, and if we start breaking above 20 in ES, I'm going to start looking at pullbacks against Globex as a scalping buying opportunity, because ultimately I want to see the market prove itself above that channel before really committing bigger capital. The good part about this is the fact that we had a captain set up long right here. Look how beautiful that was, actually. So if we start to trade above that 27, then in essence we are, we came, broke that captain setup, and now we're protecting it back again. So 20, 25, 27, you see the market hold those levels up, then it will be a good time for us to do a fade long. And we have to manage our risk, fairly tightly, but ultimately that we would see a bit of a bid coming into the market. However, if we fail to do that, and especially the first half an hour of the day, then you know that the market is going to most likely retest at 38.80. All right. So from a daily perspective, I mean, we saw here you go. So channel number one established itself here and it failed. And then now we are in the process of trying to establish channel number two. We need a full day, a full reversal day in order for that to happen. And it's just been a grinding selling pressure that been pounding people left and right here. But ultimately what you're seeing here is a retest of this structure right here. Okay. And we're starting to establish momentum on the one, not starting to establish, but a run up. We're starting to show a shadow trend lower, and that tells me that the market, I mean, overall is not healthy in this area. But that's just looking at the price and what's been doing for how many sessions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sessions in a row, including today. It's been getting pounded every single day. So you kind of you're thinking in terms of like it retreats so much, it's bound for a rally. Yeah, but it's one of those things that we need to see almost like a complete one-day reversal to the high of that session on bad news. Like we need to have some bad news in the market, and the market actually does not care and completely reverse. And that typically tells you that there's an emotional shift in the market, like they are completely tired of the existing trait. And you could see that on the other way around when the market rally, and you get good news and the market actually sells off to the lows. That's typically a sign. So we need to see something like that happen. Gold, if you want to see the big picture on gold, literally we had that significant rally into 1822 from the from 1717, and now we're coming back all the way down right at the spot at 1772.2. Gold started to create uh, harmony wave on the short side. Let's take a look at ES. That's going to be similar behavior to NQ. It's almost mimicking NQ. Take a look at the news. You said beige book. Yep. Yeah, the beige book is at 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's just not a big news item. But at top of the hour, 9 o'clock, we should be getting FOMC member Mester speaks, and that should be something the market may take some clues off of. Then at 12:35, you have FOMC member Bernard speaks. So here you go. So that's going to be an interesting deal. On NQ, let's take a closer look right here. So there was still we are still in that channel. Okay, and it is critical for us and for the longs to break 6850. 6850 is going to be a critical level, because what you essence is doing a switch trade long right at the top end of the cloud. Now they did that yesterday. So we need to really get a bit more stability on those pullbacks. And I'm going to be monitoring that very, very closely. So if we end up getting to that 68 and we pull back, I'm going to be a scalper on the long side with tight stops. And then if we start breaking above the 12,100 and holding, then I'll start getting a bit more aggressive on the long side. Okay. A failure to break that 69 at the open, which is happening right now, is going to definitely lead to that sell off, mimicking Russell and ES to the bottom end of that range. So it's very, very important to see the longs take control here. And if that happens, then we can start playing that game. Here you go. You see a bit of bidding coming in here. Good morning, Radek. How are you? I'm gonna post an order just to make sure that things are moving quickly. Okay, yeah, things are doing okay. Good morning, Omer. Good morning, Ken. Brad, good morning. Adam, good morning. Gabriella, good morning. Here you go. I mean, they're wanting they're wanting it. They're wanting it. Here we go. They want it. They want it. They want it. They want it. So we're getting it to that 68. You're getting a captain set up long on E. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So now what do we do? Look at this. All right. I mean, we're hitting target number 5, which is typically a place where we could see a bit of fading. So let's take. I can't jump in here. I need a minimum of a break of the harmony wave and a reestablishment of it. And here we go. Okay, so that's good. $45. You gotta protect that 45. I mean, that's an important behavior, and we want to see the market showing strength. They need to protect 45. They keep trading in and at the top end of the Globex band and getting faded. So that's telling me that there's a bit of selling pressure coming in this early. So definitely not going to be too eager to jump in. And they have to protect the 45. Okay, they're putting a captain set up short right here. Yeah, so there's definitely a pause in the market right now. Okay. There you go. They're starting to establish a harmony wave at that 74. If they break that 75 again, I'm just gonna jump in on scalp. Gonna go break even and look for a push. I probably overstayed here. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I made a little bit of money on that trade. Here they go again. And they're going again after it. They are going again after it. Yeah, this thing is gonna it's gonna go after that 100. That's what they're gonna do with it. They're gonna go after that 100. So the long narrative is taking hold. And here we go above that 100. Target number 3 is hit. I gotta check my quotes. So now we're seeing the harmony wave disconnecting. So that motion right here started in and around that 75, 76 area and disconnected around the 105 area. It's about 30-point rotation. So we're looking for an additional harmony waves to jump back in. All right. We're getting this movement here, the struggling around this 15, the 38, and all that, all the way up to 45 is the prior captain setup from yesterday, and that was a big area where the market trapped a lot of people. So here you need to be conscious of that and be careful with your longs. If the market closed at 94, that will set up a captain setup short on the 50 NT Rinko. So that's another area where you got to be careful. So the market needs to protect 94. Yes, Yanis. Good morning, Yanis. Yes. I don't know. I got to look it up. You could look it up. It's typically after the weekend on the third week of the month. All right. So there's no captain set up at 94. We just need to kind of pay attention to this. Yeah, look, okay, so they flushed here, people, and they came back, bought it back up. The market is disconnected on the long side, and we need to see a break above 120. And that's what I was saying earlier on. Just be very careful with your longs right here, because we are right smack into the captain setup from yesterday, and that was an area where the market did this type of behavior. So they're mimicking that behavior from yesterday. But ultimately, when the market is out of sync, we just have to pause. You break the 120, then pullbacks become viable again. The market can drop to the 70s area and retest the top end of the Globex band. So we need to be conscious of that. So right here, it's a pausing area for me. Like I gotta wait. But the good news, I'll tell you what the good news is. We're outside the Globex band. That's the good news. Good morning, Save. Good morning. Here we go. The 20 is there. That 20 is there. Which YouTube video? The one that talked about Harmony Wave. Okay. So they're put. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You could after hours. It's on YouTube, so you should be able to see it. So what they're doing here, look at that. I mean, they're putting a captain set up short. They're running it. I mean, there's a whole lot of trickery going on here today. It's 8:48. So remember, at the top of the hour, you have FOMC member Mester speaks. It's 10 point, 5 points up, 5 points down. Yeah, so they are. I mean, if they take a captain, if they put a captain set up long here and close above 20. Okay, they didn't do it. A lot of noise going on here. 97. There you go. Just gonna be careful with your longs up at these levels. That's all I'm gonna say. 2100. So that's interesting. 82 and a half. 82 and a half is going to be, that is correct, Brad. $50 up, $50 down. ES, they put on a captain setup short at in and around the 27. All right, this is important right here. If we see an 82.50 and we're very close to it, I'm going to start getting short and add and add and add. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's see how far it's going to go, though. 81, 75. My God. Okay. They're gonna get me here. They need to hold on to that 19 real bad. Go to 80. Give me 84.75. Should we come here? Come. Yeah. Took that first 5 and I'm looking for 70. 71 fading. Thank you. And the next one, I'm going to go break even and let it ride. Let it ride. This could be a big move that could take me to 50 and 35. So I gotta just give it a little bit of time and see if I can make a bigger trade happen. News can happen in a minute. They could do whatever the hell they want to do. I'm gonna sit here and wait on my rest of my position. And I'm gonna look for something big like this. I took 2 contracts off as well, just in case the news spikes it back up. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Another 2, and then that one is gonna be left alone, and see if we can test below 12,000. And my stop is a good one above 12,100. So I feel very good about where that is. If anything, I'm going to be looking for places and areas to where I could add to this trade. Look at these bastards. Look at these bastards. Like I said, they come all the way up there and give me another $100, I'll take it. But in order for me to sit through trying to make a big move, I have to sit through these type of price action. And the big move is below 12,000. I may not get it, but that's fine. We made our money on this decision. So it's either they give me a little bit of money or they give me a lot more money. I know, Omeri, that's what I'm watching. I mean, if they close this candle up here at 95, then I lose the reason behind the trade in a way, because now the market is in sync on the long side. But I'm not gonna move my stop. I'm just gonna leave it exactly where it's at. Let them come and pick me up. Yeah, I had to take that captain setup short. I mean, it was just it's a straight up captain setup on the 100 NT Rinko. Yeah, let them play. I mean, give me a little bit of more money or a lot more money. Let the market pick what they want to do. ES, they hit the top end of the. Yeah, look at these fuckers. It's just amazing. Amazing. So now the best thing that could happen to me is if we break 58, because that'll be a captain setup short with a switch trade short at 58. And if that happens, then I'm gonna, start getting aggressive short, and I'll add to this existing position. Or they can come back and give me another $100, and I'll be good with that. So ES, it's let's look the big picture first, right? Yes. Okay. So the same way. Actually, it's a lot stronger than NQ. Be honest with you, but they're right at the top end of the range and pausing here. So this market needs to resolve itself in two ways: either break 39.07, which takes us back to Globex, and that will lead to a sell signal and continuation short into target number one and potentially a low of 38.80. Or if we break 39.34 half, I will be buyers on dips. Which, if that happens, this will resolve itself to the upside on NQ at that point. Like right now, it's tempting to really take that one contract off and pocket another $400. But I'm not gonna do a damn thing. I'm just gonna let it be. Multiple things, Adam. One of the reasons is This captain setup, look where it happened. Look at yesterday. Where is that? That's exactly where the captain setup short that happened on the 200 NT wrinkle and the 100 NT wrinkle, and the prior captain setup that failed. So you're getting a whole lot of action of this range that we are in. So if we break that 39.19 on ES, that will push NASDAQ to that 58 area. Good job, Brad. Good job. Here we go. Here, ooh, yeah. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, bitches. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. '94. '94. '94. '94. Okay. Okay, so I picked off two more contracts for a profit, and I'm looking to see if I can hold on to that 50. Here it comes. 51. Which is target number 2 of this sequence. Come on, baby. Let's go. I took another 2 off here, and we're just leaving that same one to play with. Here we go. Good, 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 good. We're expecting a push into the 40s and a flush. So 80. Okay, so this has to get reduced to 80. Yes, Adam, and that's the area where I'm getting a bit, again, more aggressive with my shorts because we got a captain set up, switch trade on the short side, and really the stop for that rotation is 95, and you're looking for a push into the 40 and the whole number, 100, 12,000. But you have to treat it, carefully too. Just don't just jump in there. Crazy size anywhere. You gotta price yourself correctly because you see how they're reacting. They hit the level and bounce very quickly back. So there are buyers on the dips showing themselves here, and they have to get defeated in order for us to get to our level. But they are in the process of getting rolled over here. I hate to take my 72, 72. Where's 72? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll do this. I'll go break even at this point. It's going to be tight, but I'll take 2.5 points, and I'm looking for target number 3, and we should be getting that here in a few seconds. We should be getting that like right now. Ooh, that's not good. Hold on. Yeah, this should hold. And if it holds, then 40 and 34 is the next rotation. Here it comes. We're in the 40s. Here it comes. Target number 3 is hit. And now the Globex game begins. And I will be buying back in the Globex game because they're going to start messing with people right here. I just want to see them flush it. Here it comes. Out. I'm out. I may have sold it early, but I will take it and move on. All righty. Well, let's see what did we end up doing off all that. What did we end up getting done on that? All right, so we ended up making 88.65 off that one decision. All right, so you see what they. I mean, we were talking about the Globex games. Here you go. That's the Globex game right there. Yeah, let me tell you this, Adam. They can't keep a good man down. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Can't keep a good man down. All right. Thank you, PJ. Thank you, Suarez. It's just staying with the process. What got me yesterday, and is just simple. I mean, that's a trade that I don't want to even pull it back up, but we could just talk about it. Yeah, right here is I went in a swing trading mode. I feel a little bit early and just got too heavy. But the key to me, once all that ended up being a captain setup short, I was like, okay, well, then I recovered basically 2/3 of that stop that I took in that trade, and just worked my way out of it. Now for the total of the past couple of days, I'm up money. I'm up money. And yesterday was a nasty day, but you know what? It's all good. So for the last 2 days, we're up 34.97. That's where we at. All right, so let's hyper focus on what's important. Yeah, Gary, something like that. All right. Now it's very important for us to. Okay, we're gonna do our victory lap, run around the course a couple of times, then we have to come back to reality. And the reality is, if I don't pay attention to the next trade and be hyper focused, they can take all my money, every single bit of it. So let's get back to business and let's make the next trade count. So what we're seeing right now is a market that is out of sync. The 200 and the 100 NT Rinko are out of sync, and we need to be basically a couple of things got to happen. One, you have to have a pullback to 3150, and that will get us back in sync. The market can run up to the 90s and then fail again, and that will lead to a continuation of the short pressure. If the market goes all the way up to 120, then you're getting a situation where the market, is doing another switch trade, and we can take a look at a pullback as a buying opportunity. But there's so much overhead resistance here. I mean, seriously, a lot of overhead resistance. You got this captain setup short with a switch trade, and you got another captain setup from yesterday, the big one on the 200, and the prior day you had another big one, and also 100 NT wrinkle captain setup from yesterday. There is a whole lot of resistance between this 140 to 59. A lot. So I'm not going to be looking to get aggressive on the long side unless we break that 120. The market needs to prove itself. And right now, the longs are not, they had a chance. And that chance is once we broke this, the 68. They had a chance. And they kind of blew it in a way. They did not continue. So ES, the same thing. Let's take another look at ES. On a 50 NT Rinko, this is a pause. It's the same pause, and the market just oscillating in that range. Either you break 39.07 or you break 39.34 and a half. Anything in between on ES, you're just simply waiting. Hey, Gabriella, how are you doing today? Brad, Adam, everybody. Sheila, Ken, Saif, Omer. Any trades? Okay. Okay. Good deal, Adam. So what we're seeing them do, okay, good deal. What we're seeing here is they keep tagging the top end of the Globex band and just getting faded into a lower price. So we just need to clear this area one way or another. A good deal, Samuel. Good deal. Yeah, let me see here. Apex, they're still running the special. I don't know if it's still on or not. Let me just double check. They're like 80%. Oh yeah, it's still on till tomorrow. So if anybody who is looking to yeah, I think they're running an 80% discount on evaluations. So if you're interested in any funded account, you can take and look at their program right here and take advantage of it. I think it expires tomorrow. A lot of the traders in the room are in Apex as well, Samuel. It's one of the better programs out there. To be honest with you, I mean, we were part of the Top Step Trader, and Top Step, by the way, they're changing a lot of. If you're paying attention, they're changing a lot of their rules to mimic Apex because they saw how people were responding to Apex. They're not making it easy, Adam, either for anybody, but for people who are starting off, it's better for you to be in a funded account and make mistakes there versus being in a real money account and where the mistakes can be more significant financially. It's not a perfect program at all, but none of these funding accounts are. I think they're working on that, Suarez. Okay, so look what they're doing here. See what just happened? Yeah, initially, Adam, till you pass it, and we have a lot of traders here that are passing it and actually making money. So it's not for everybody. I get it. It's not for everybody, but for people who are starting off and building an account, it's a far cry better choice than blowing one account after another, trying to figure out the trading game. So you see what happened here. We ran it up to the whole number, away from this Globex band, and the market is still out of sync, so no action for me. The market can do a couple of things. One, run up to 119.75. If they do that, then the market will be in sync, and we are basically breaking that captain setup short that started that whole wave. If the market comes back down to 69.75, then I'm going to look at rallies as a shorting opportunity. Anything in between, I'm going to be patient and wait. In ES, let's go back to that because it made that move that we were talking about. So what are we expecting to see? We're expecting to look for buy signals, and we have a stop on that whole rotation at 39.13. And what you're seeing, what you want to see, is a break above 39.40, and then at least price stability where the pullbacks are getting bought. So we're getting a break away from the channel, this channel. We have a break of it. Now we need to see the test of it hold. So we got to come in at the 6NT Rinko and say, I need a new harmony wave. And that what would get me in long. They're putting a captain setup long on NQ at 87 quarter. They need to protect the 79. Let's see how they hold this. If they run it back up to 89, I'm gonna I'm gonna take a scalp long. And I'm just gonna take a scalp. Let's go. And it's gonna be a very tight stop. It should just go up here, burst up. 1, 2. I'm gonna just take a flat here. It should have just ran into that 95 quickly, and they're just sitting here playing games. So I don't want to be involved. Yeah. I'll give it another shot if they reverse this. No. See the expectation here. Make a point of this. So right here at that 89, we're looking at a minimum 95 into that whole number, and they just faded it. So why did they do that? That's not. And then we didn't have a harmony wave on ES either. So these are trades where it's very fixed. It's either going to work very quickly or I'm out. There's not. But whenever it comes to captain setups on the 100 NT Rinko and the 200 NT Rinko, then those are trades where I'm going to look to get aggressive within a range and look for bigger targets. So let's be more patient with this market and look for the next opportunity. So right now the market is in sync on the short side. The market is in sync on the short side. 69.50 came in, and we're looking for short signals against that 108, and we are looking for a harmony wave short. What I'm seeing in this market though is they keep coming in to the Globex band and they keep bouncing back off of it. So we need to just be conscious of that. And here we go. Target number 2 is about to happen. I need a fresh and new harmony wave. I mean, here you go. I mean, actually, we had a signal right here. I just kind of didn't, kept watching it and watching it and watching it. But that's a railroad short and a new harmony wave. So it got us all the way down to target number 3 in that sequence. It just, we're trading in the middle of the range and keep playing around with this Globex band high. They're putting captain setup short right here, and most likely we're going to start a harmony wave coming up here in a minute. Well, just that range right here is just such a noisy one, and you're in the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko. So they're playing a lot of games in this rotation. I think it's advisable for me just to kind of leave it alone. So there's a trap that they just put on that captain setup here and that other one in ES. So that if that holds and the 3926 holds, we may get back and fill behavior to target number 2. So it's very noisy here. It's 951. Let's take a look at the rest of the market and see what we're looking at here. Okay, so crude. Ooh, that's a big deal right here. That's actually a captain setup long in crude. So as long as we protect the 83, we should see price action that takes us to target number 2, 84.57, and then 85.21. So they just established a captain setup long on crude oil. Russell 2000. Okay, they failed this captain setup upward, and now you're getting a little bit more momentum. Like ES and Russell are showing a bit more conviction than what you're seeing in NQ. So there's more buying interest in these instruments than NQ right now. So pullbacks are buyable in Russell, and targets are 1810. You need a new cloud positive to happen here. And if that happens, then definitely pullbacks are buyable. The first retest of the break of this channel tested well, and that captain setup is the demonstration of it. Gold, they're punching it up above the Globex band. There's a lot more work that they need to do, and they need to do it above 1728. ES, we broke that channel, and pullbacks are buyable against 3914. Tesla, we are in a channel upward, and the price action is moving higher. Pullbacks are buyable, and we're looking at another harmony wave to get involved in Tesla. So see that first one started at 75, pulled back to 74.10, held the line, and established that harmony wave upward. Netflix, they put a captain setup short, came back down, and they're retesting that captain setup. As long as we continue to trade under 221, we are looking to revisit target number 1 and lower price action. SPX, S&P 500, the index, you are looking at, I mean, that's just long behavior, 39.28, and you're looking for target number 3 as long as we continue to hold on to 26. Amazon, a lot of noise around Globex, or in their case, the open at 126. So not really directional here. Google channel upward, hitting target number 1, retesting, hitting it again. You're looking at target number 2. Target number 3 is 109.32. Nvidia, a lot of noise after a sell-off, but take a look at this one though. What is that? Captain setup, switch trade. Whenever you see those, and it doesn't matter which, index, futures, stocks, it's people are people, and they're going to behave in this way. So that's a captain setup switch trade, and the market really behaved very well toward it. And you had another one here, but it was a minor move. So then you got your NQ. We're pausing and pushing. Gold, reversing. ES, pausing here the same way. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. They got themselves involved in a switch trade right here. Switch trade, inception trade at the beginning of a new harmony wave, and that was triggered at 691 short, and you hit all the targets, including target number 3, and below it target number 4 is 18,333. The market is trying to hold and stabilize this price action. Ethereum, well, you're going to tell me what you think this is. All right. There is a captain setup, switch trade. Does that sound familiar? And that's captain setup, switch trade, short, market triggered at 1640 all the way down to 1500. So the market it responds very well to that behavior. Yeah, captain switch, cannot beat that for sure. That's just a solid setup. So the market is in sync on the short side. However, we are not getting a lot of momentum on the downside, and we're getting a cloud positive on the 20 in Tirinko. So that is a mixed message right now. The market is giving us a mixed message. Now, if we break below 69, let's call it 70, then we may get ourselves in a captain setup short on the 50 NT wrinkle. Putting a switch trade here, 70 is right at this level. I'm gonna maybe start smaller this time around, just 2 contracts at a time. I need to see 70. If we break 70, I'm gonna start looking for a short. Actually, 69.75, 69.75. Here we go. Why is it market? Wow, got so close. I'm gonna cancel this order and actually just wait. Here we go. Okay, and let me just get some more and some more. Here comes, here comes, here comes. 60. Can I get 68, 58? Okay. Serious? Okay. Are they gonna get me on this one? Oh, you bastards. Wow. I gotta get out of that one. Okay. Yeah, I gotta take it. So far so good. Let's see here. Yeah, we took a stop on that one. That's okay. Just give back a little bit of money. That's fine. That's where we at for the day. 68.31 mark. 68.31. All right. So the market is out of sync again. So we had a chance to make a run with that captain setup, and they rolled that one over. And I covered it exactly where I needed to cover it. So that was a captain setup short right here. We saw that at 69. We got in. It gave us close to 10 points. I was about to take some profit there. It ran it back up. I had a stop at 90. My stop got hit. I took the stop, moved on. Yeah. I mean, this is an important pivot point right now, and what we're seeing here, the shorts had an opportunity to really kind of push the narrative back to that 12,040, and they ended up kind of reversing the structure. And ultimately, if you close above 121, then you're getting another switch trade in this area, and pullbacks can be buyable. But here we go again. We are in an area where the market yesterday really showed a lot of resistance to any upward move. So I need to be fairly careful with my longs up there and just take him only on harmony waves. Like if I see new harmony waves, I'll take it. But anything, like I'm not going to be swing trading. I'm not going to be looking for big targets. I'll just take a harmony wave, and that's it from the beginning to conclusion. Uh, yeah, Mark, not a bad day. Not a bad day. Just staying focused and just trading the edge, trading my edge. That it will work. It will work. It's just a noisy market right now here. So ES, let's go back to ES. ES is stronger than NQ, and the behavior that we have here is actually a very important one. They put captain setup switch trade short, behaved well toward it, and reversed that whole structure. So they trapped people twice, once here and another one right here on that captain setup short. So that tells me that the buyers are actually very active in this zone. So we had a rotation lower, we took advantage of it. Now it seems like the longs are trying to push the narrative a little bit better. I think we just got to be small and stay small and stay selective in this environment. All right. Pullbacks are buyable. Can't argue with the market. So what we got going on is a break of that channel, a retest of it, and that poise the market to really break the captain setup from yesterday, which is anything above 145. And we should pick up some momentum in and around this area to the upside. I'm looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity on signals. Here comes the 140. Here comes the 145. Target number 3 is hit. So we're looking for a disconnect of the harmony wave and a reconnect of it. So we'll wait and see how that one ends up working. So we got a disconnect. All right, we want to see if we can get up there and get the 40, 45 area. We should. I mean, they're putting a captain setup long here, but they're running into this 40 zone. We'll see. This rotation looks like we're about to start moving to that 50 again. So I'm keeping an eye on it. The market is holding, and we need a new harmony wave to start pumping in. And that's going to most likely going to happen around the 40, 45. If that happens, then the 60, 65 is going to be a possibility. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to push this thing, and there's a good chance that it'll hit target number three again. And if that happens, then you could see target number, uh, or you could see 60, 65. Yeah, we need the establishment of a new harmony wave. All right, let's see if they got it. It's two. What is that? One, two, three higher lows. It needs to happen right here. Here we go. It should be happening right now. Should be happening right now. This thing. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we should be hitting target number three again. Harmony wave established itself at that 34. Here comes that 50. They're going to try to fade it here. Yeah, it's not happening yet. We got close. Yeah, they're spending too much time here, so I'll just wait. I'll wait. Now, no harmony. I mean, we had a harmony wave right here, and it started beautifully at 135, ran up to 147, and fizzled out against target number, 3 in that regard. So we're here. We're seeing a little bit more of a pause. So we're gonna basically patiently wait. I mean, we cannot forget that where we're at in price action, we're coming into these levels that are a bit tough to break through. We broke through them initially, we came and retested and broke back up. So now the pullbacks are what has to hold for the longs. So that would be a couple of levels, the 12,100 and the 50, which will take us back down to the Globex band. I don't expect, that range has to hold. The 75 has to hold, actually. If we see 75, then that would affect the personality of the day. So a little bit of patience here. Let's see if we can get something going. All right, guys. So if you want to help out the stream, we would appreciate it if you like, subscribe, comment, share. Let us know how we're doing, or if there's anything that you want to see as far as different instruments, crypto, stocks, indices. We look at Forex, everything. So if there's anything that you want us to kind of review, let us know. You could also join us at our premium room for a 5-day trial of the software, along with the private room. And the link is attached right here. So hit that like button. We appreciate it. PJ, it's a consolidation before the run up to 250. Yeah. I mean, the market is right now, as of this moment, is in sync on the long side. It's in harmony on the long side. Yeah, I like to see them a little bit with more conviction here, though. I mean, I see the pullbacks. The pullbacks are holding. They put a captain setup here. They faded it and came back into the middle of the range. A lot of the behavior that we're seeing right now, is bullish. You trapped people here in those two spots in ES, came back down, and pull back to the middle of the range. We have not built up another harmony wave long. That's the only thing that we are kind of monitoring and looking to see if we can develop, because that's going to be instrumental in the next wave of price action. The next target is 65 in this rotation, but we cannot break down below 100. I mean, it's the distribution phase, accumulation and distribution phase. Every time the market makes a move, you see this type of behavior. NSK. So how do we behave? I mean, how do we treat it? That's the question. And the question is, I have to look at the structure of the market from the big picture. Then I have to zoom in to the structure of the market uh, and see what is actionable versus what's not actionable. So I have to look at the 200, and the 100 is positive. I have to look at the 100 NT. That's positive. We hit that target two, but ultimately both of them are in sync and both are long. Okay. Then I have to come to the 20 NT Rinko and I ask myself, okay, where can I participate in this? What does the market have to do in order for me to put an entry into any of it? I have to see a cloud that is positive and I have to see a fresh new harmony wave. I'm not getting that. I am not getting that. So what is that going to do? It's going to put me back on the defensive and just basically just watch this market and let it do what it's supposed to be doing for me. If they keep distributing like this, and then ultimately this type of behavior will pull back, pull back a little bit deeper, because the structure of the market from a longer term perspective is short, and we are not out of the woods yet. So my expectation, if you keep doing this, and you keep spending time in a cloud that is negative, and you break below target number one, then this market is gonna retest the whole number, 12,100. So in order for me to go long, they have to behave in a certain way, and they have not gotten to the point where I would commit to a long. Here comes that joker again, because he has nothing better to do. All right, here it comes, man. Here it comes. This is where things can get a little bit interesting. I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback here and see if I can get involved in a long with a target of 65, but I need a bit of a pullback and a signal in and around this harmony wave that's establishing itself. And we could see that they dipped it to the targets and rallied, and that's usually a strong sign anyway. You see how they got to target number one, rallied, came to target number two to the tick and rallied. I mean, that tells me that the market is strong here. At least the selling pressure is not that big. Yeah, maybe they're not gonna give it to me, right? That's fine. They don't give it to me. They don't give it to me. I'll just watch till things become clear again, and I'll take a trade. Let's take a look at ES. Big picture. ES. All right. So we talked about that they need to break the 39, 32, and pullbacks become viable, and we got exactly that behavior. out of them. So now, as long as we continue to hold on to 39.26, the market can go up to the 60 range. And I think what you're going to face here is a bleeder market. I mean, when I say bleeder, it's bleeding to the upside. And they keep doing what they just did here, which is the small pullbacks that fizzles out, and then they run it up quickly. And they just keep doing this over and over and over. So I think that's the type of market we're having right now. So I mean, they gave me a pullback. They gave me an inception trade at that 147 entry point, and now you're hitting target number one. It's just gonna start bleeding up and keep going up and up and up. Here you go. Target number one hit, and we need to protect 120 on this rotation. So let's review the day. We're 10:55 right now. I think we made 3 decisions. Decision number 1 came very close to 9 o'clock, and we went short in this rotation and covered as the price went down. And that was a captain setup short on the 100 NT Rinko that precipitated all this behavior that I did here. So once the market gave me the captain setup at 82, I got in and I added to that rotation, and it actually was a challenging rotation because they pulled it a little bit higher than they typically do, but nonetheless we took it, and then we start covering as we went down into that rotation into the different targets that we have. Yeah, the same thing here, safe. So and we left some and then added to it on the second harmony wave. So we got a second harmony and a third harmony wave, and we just kept adding and getting out and getting out. And ultimately, we got out of all of it right here at 12,038. Left the market alone. We saw a lot of behavior. We saw this behavior where we wanted to go long on a captain setup, switch trade long. The market was not totally in sync, and we didn't see the behavior we wanted to, and we got out of it quick for a break even. Then we came in with this trade, and that was a captain setup short on the 50 NT Rinko. And the only issue with that one is it was smack. Yeah, I should have done better on that one. Smack in the middle of the cloud and at the inception of a new cloud. So that is just typically is a lot of noisy area. So I took some, added to it in that run up, and I had a stop at 90. And they came and got me, which is fine. Ops. It's part of doing business, but I gave a little bit of money back on that one. And now we're just basically watching the market and looking for pullbacks, and we're looking for entry points for the long side of this market. So that behavior that we had landed us a little bit over 60, almost $6,800, $67.98 if you want to be specific. That's a good day, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing. So Ken, we're meeting today. Is that correct? 12:30. Okay. We could meet up tomorrow then. All right, guys, that's 11 o'clock right now, and that kind of concludes our morning session. And thank you for spending the day with us. And hopefully, you guys done well. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We'll do this again. Take care. Brad, Adam, Gary, Sheila, Safe, Omer, everybody on YouTube. You guys, thank you for spending your day with us. Hopefully, you made some. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.